The first important issue is to identify how are we going to finance these pensions. First, from the private sector or from the public sector. From private sector, the issue clearly is to find a way to help them save for retirement. This is going to be kind of complicated in the case of informal sector, low-paid workers. So you need necessarily to complement this issue with public transfers, probably a non-contributory pension system well defined in order to complement, in order to get this universal coverage. The problem is that you need to have a balanced fiscal budget, and this is a challenge for many emerging economies. So the other area is political, because you always can find a way to provide some kind of universal coverage. The next problem is adequacy. Is this level of pensions going to be enough for them? From the political point of view, politicians consider this pension or transfer that you're going to provide enough. What is going to be the reaction of the politicians? You can generate a vicious circle in terms of increasing and paying more pensions that probably your fiscal balance could manage. So I think that those issues need to be clearly understood in each reality where you plan to develop this issue. Not only two, I can only consider a third area is how to make it easier to save and also to receive the transfers in order to improve saving of financial inclusion pension. And in this area, I think that is very important the role played by digital solutions. No? I think that it's important to start with a short pilot program, see how it works, try to learn and to take the best lessons in order to improve and escalate in the future that programs in order to be nationwide, no? as your best scenario. So pilot programs, evaluate field experiments, I think that is important. The second aspect that I think that could be immediately incorporated in these pilot programs is the use of financial solutions. I mean, the use, for example, of cell phones. Cell phones have a very high penetration in emerging economies. So people in the informal sector, low-income collectives, have developed experience using, and they trust these devices. So we can trust to find solutions in order to take advantage of the cell phones, in order to provide alternative products, in order that they can participate. We have seen in different countries how these digital solutions have been helping in financial inclusion. The next step is how to design products for pensions. So I think that we can learn from the experience from financial inclusion, the short-term perspective, to develop long-term issues related to retirement. Main aspect, relevant aspect of the book is the comparative analysis. You can have different experiences, different ways how countries are tackling this problem. So you can find coincidence, difference, good and bad. So I think that this makes the book pretty relevant and worth to read it. This is the first. And secondly, now I think that we have interesting experience in the use of technology. So I think this issue is going to be also important to know how some economies very poor, in fact, are using these methods, are using these facilities in order to go one step further in pension inclusion. So I think that it's going to be very interesting and a good contribution for a global perspective.